Johannes.
Hi, Ansem.
Could you please tell us a little bit about Nordic Offshore and Maritime Arbitration from a Danish perspective?
Sure, and thanks for giving me this opportunity. Um, Nordic Offshore Maritime Arbitration, or Nordic Arbitration as we call it here, is a new setup that we have in Scandinavia. Historically, arbitration institutes in the Nordic countries. We have Danish Institute of Arbitration in Denmark. We have SCC in Stockholm. We have even Oslo Arbitration Institute, although in Norway they use mostly ad hoc. So we have been used to having arbitrations in the Nordic countries. Stockholm is the most famous, and they have had many cases from you can say conflicts between East and West. Sweden used to be neutral before joining NATO a few years ago. But we've never had a specialized maritime arbitration institute in any of the countries. And what we have seen in the Scandinavian countries is that many of the disputes went to London. So if you had two Danish parties or a Danish-Norwegian party in a dispute, we often saw that the cases went to London for being handled in London under UK arbitration there, London arbitration. So about 8 years ago, it was decided between the local MLAs, so the Danish Maritime Law Association, the Norwegian, Swedish, and Finnish Maritime Law Association, to set up the Nordic Offshore and Maritime Arbitration. And the rules are sort of similar to what you already know. An arbitration practitioner will recognize most of them, but there are a few things that are a little bit different. For instance, as a starting point, the parties should elect the arbitrator or arbitrators themselves. This is to sort of force the people to start speaking to each other already from the beginning. If they cannot do that, there is a secretariat who can do it for you, but it's as a starting point, that is what you're supposed to do. I've had 5 cases so far. It's still new, and we've been able to pick the arbitrators and all of them. It's of course a prerequisite that you know your opponent lawyer-wise, so you can speak freely to each other. But Scandinavia is a small area, and most maritime lawyers know each other, so that's normally possible. But there's a secretariat, of course, to appoint if it doesn't work out. It took a while to get it started. 3-4 years to put the clauses into the contract, but it's something that has quite taken off the last 3-4-5 years. I've had 5 cases, and we're seeing more and more. So that's what's new in Scandinavia on maritime arbitration.
Thank you so much for this, Johannes.